Hey everybody, so today I'm going to do a makeup video, and excuse me if I keep looking down, I'm trying to make sure that everything looks right. Um, hey, I have been gone off of YouTube for a very long time. So in the time that I have been gone, I think the last video I made, I was in a college dorm. Now this is my house. So yay, I own a house. I did end up dropping out of college. I was going to be a social worker. Now I am going to school for cosmetology, which is what I'm more passionate about. So here we are. One day I'll show you guys my setup. Today is not the day. It is very messy. This is the first video back, so of course everything's messy. So I might as well go ahead and get started. Today I'm going to do just a very natural eye look with a fun red lip. So I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you very much. Alright guys, I'm starting off with the Bare Minerals Primetime Foundation Primer all over my face with my fingers. And then I go in with the Morphe Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Java. And I use this to outline my brows, get them nice and sharp. And I do shave off the tails of my brows so that I can have a little leeway with how I want them to be shaped. So I'm just drawing on a few defining hairs there at the front and then filling it in and using my spoolie. Alright, and then I'm taking a angled brush with the e.l.f. Brow Lock Cream in the shade Espresso. It's a little bit darker, filling in the tails and defining them a little bit better. And then last step on my brows is I'm taking the shade out of my Chocolates by Juvia's Place and just kind of using the powder to pat that in. Alright, now I'm using the 16-Hour Camo Concealer in the shade Medium Neutral. And I'm using it to just make those brows nice and sharp and clean up anything that might have strayed from the line that I wanted. And this also helps with my eye makeup whenever I get started on it, because I've got a nice canvas under that brow there to just put any color I want. Alright, now I'm moving on. I'm using shade 23 in the Juvia's Place concealers. It's very light and I'm putting it under my foundation to cover up my dark bags under my eyes and any other imperfections that are on my face. And on my eyes, also to help with my eyeshadow. I also just broke my color stick, but it's alright. I put it back in and we go right back to putting it all over my face. And this is the Juvia's Place color stick in the shade Belize. Use this as my foundation. And then I'm just using a damp beauty blender to blend that all over my face. And then I also realized that I did my edges before I did my foundation, and so now I have to kind of blend that into my hair. And then I use a brush, which makes it a little bit easier to diffuse those lines. And of course, blend it down into my neck. Add a little bit more, just to make sure I don't have a harsh line from my face to my neck. And blend, blend, blend. And I messed with my lights there. Alright. And I'm using this LA Colors contour stick, and it doesn't really have a shade name, but it's like a light medium contour stick. Putting it on all areas that I always contour in, so that's my forehead, my jawline, so it kind of makes my face not as chunky, and then my nose, and I had a stray hair here from my edges. I had to go back and fix it, so I pause, and it's fixed. Awesome. Alright, so I go back to blend, 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 blend. This kind of warms up my face a little bit too. And on the neck, just make sure it's all blended in. And my favorite part to contour is my nose. Makes it look nice and sharp and cute. And blend, 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 blend. And the next thing I do is use the Coty Airspun translucent powder. And I don't really bake. I don't put a ton under the eye area there. It's just enough to catch any fallout that might happen while I'm doing my eye makeup. And then I pat in a tiny bit all over my face, brush it off real quick, so I have a nice matte finish. Alright, now I'm going in with the Chocolates by Juvia's Place. I'm going to mix these two colors together to give me a nice transition shade. And take that from my crease and blend it upwards and give me like a faux wing shape for my eyeshadow. Alright, and then I go in with this darker shade that I just used and just blend it out, basically in the same areas that I used those other two shades to create that transition color. And I basically use the same brush for all of my eyes. And then I go with this dark color, put it in that dark outer V, and blend it just a little bit below that other color into my crease. Alright, and that outer V. Great. And next thing I do, I take that shade number 23 again in my Juvia's Place concealer, and I do a nice little cut crease real quick. And then you'll see I use my finger to kind of pat it down so it's not as wet, but it's still wet enough to hold my eyeshadow, which I'll be using next. Alright, and now this is the Warrior palette. I'm going to take this darker color, put it in the outer V, take the lighter color, and put it towards the middle of my eye. And just blend it out. Alright, now I'm taking this kind of taupe shade and just putting it over the rest of the eye there, and I'm just going to try to blend it in, make it nice and gradient. Alright, next I'm going to take my James Charles palette and use this really, really bright shade. And we're going to put it in the inner corner and blend it up into the eye shadow there. And blend, 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 of course. And then I'm going back with the Warrior palette and taking this almost white shade and just doing some blending. And I'm going to wipe off my rest of translucent powder, and then I'm taking a break from my eyes. I'm going to take a bronzer that I've had forever, and I did not want to take a picture and insert it because it's gross looking, but just heating up the face and doing a little bit of powder over the contour stick I did. And then also a little bit of blush. Alright, and then going under the eye, I'm using this shade again to kind of just blend out there, and then a darker shade closer to the waterline there. Alright, and then now I'm using the LA Colors Black Brown Auto Eyeliner and putting that on the lower lash line. I don't wear a lot of eyeliner, so the next thing that I'm doing is putting on my beloved Maybelline Sky High Lash Sensational Mascara. That's a tongue twister. But it makes your lashes look great. Like, awesome. Makes them look like falsies almost. And I just put that on. Alrighty then. And now I'm going back with my James Charles palette and using that same color from earlier to highlight my face. And I'm putting that on my cheekbones and my nose, a little bit above my brow and my cupid's bow. Now I'm going in with the Luxe liner from Juvia's Place in the shade Ruby and lining the outside of my lips. And I got frustrated there because I overlined a little bit too much and just went with it. And now I'm taking the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in the shade Frenchie and just putting that in the middle of my lips, and I used a little bit of a red lipstick. Alright, and that is pretty much it. I'm going to pop on some lashes off camera and a couple other cute little things, and I will be right back. And that is it, everybody. I put some cute little gems in my edges. I saw somebody else do that on TikTok and thought that would be super cute to do. Not sure about it. I think mine are too small, but hey, very sparkly. I can't stop watching in the light. But anyways, thank you so much for watching if you've stayed to the end. And also I have some nail videos coming soon because it doesn't look by my little nubby nub hands like I know how to do nails, but I have been teaching myself and I have some very exciting stuff coming soon. So thank you again so much for watching, and I hope you come back soon. Bye. Cut.